Hello, I'd like to make this recording with hopes of helping you, everyone who watches this, that is, to get a more clear understanding of Yahavah's love and why Yeshua had to die on the cross. Yeshua came to this earth and said to Abraham, "Your seed, I'll choose my people." He reiterated this to Isaac and said, "Your seed is where I'm choosing my peoples. They will be my peoples." He went to Jacob and renamed him Israel and says, "Your children, your descendants are my peoples." He took them from Egypt after they spent many years there and being tortured and enslaved, and brought them to Mount Sinai, where he married them and said, "You are my peoples." They rebelled. They rebelled many times over the years, and he forgave them and forgave them and forgave them, but they continued to rebel. Finally, he gave them a certificate of divorce and sent the 10 northern tribes away. But he couldn't remarry them. He couldn't take them back as his own, because he'd be breaking his own law. His law says if a man divorces his wife and sends her away, and she marries another, and he divorces her and sends her away, she cannot go back to her first husband. The only way that divorce is annulled and done away with is the first husband has to die. He came down in the flesh, and he talked to the peoples and tried to explain this to them, and they wouldn't listen to them. They wouldn't even listen to Yahavah's word. They put their own words and their own thoughts and their own ways above everything. But he kept trying to get through to them. And finally, they took him and they beat him and they scourged him and spit on him and just finally they put him to death. 3 days in the grave indicates that a person is truly dead. He spent 3 days in the grave, but he rose to life, and now he can remarry us. I liken the first marriage to a prearranged marriage. But this marriage is going to be a mutual marriage because we choose him. He already chose us. He even died for us so he could take us back as his own. But this time we have to choose him. And so the marriage will be mutual. This is his true love. This is the truth of why he died on the cross. And he's just waiting for his peoples to come and submit to his authority and choose him with all their heart, all their mind, with all their soul, with all their strength, and say, "I want you to rule over me so that I can dwell with you eternally, just as much as you want us." And that's where we are. That's what we're doing, is trying to help people to come to the understanding of his love. Yahavah lift up his countenance on you and bless you. Shalom.